Welcome to the Manders Mindset podcast. Here you'll find both monologue and interviews of entrepreneurs, coaches, healers, and a variety of other people, where your host Amanda Russo will discuss her own mindset and perspective and her guest mindset and perspective on the world around us. Manders and her guests will help explain to you how shifting your mindset will shift your life.
Hey guys, welcome back to Manders Mindset. As always, I'm your host, Amanda Russo. And today, I am recording this episode from Bali, Indonesia. You heard that right. I am not in the United States right now. I went on a magical trip to Bali. I will share my experiences and takeaways in another episode. But I wanted to talk to y'all about a statement that was said to me by a former fitness nutrition coach of mine in terms of preparing when I was doing some traveling. And I wasn't as prepared as I could have been. I ended up being pretty behind on my macros and not eating enough. Macros, for those of you who don't know, are protein, carbs, and fats that I have each day that I'm hitting. Now, my former coach said to me, proper preparation prevents poor performance. I'm going to say this once more. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Properly preparing ahead is going to prevent poor performance because you are more prepared going into the situation. Whatever the situation may be, whether that's having your meals prepared and hitting your macros, whether that is packing when you're traveling and making sure you have extra chargers, you have extra of whatever it is you may need. For example, this trip, my current coach even mentioned to me that it may be difficult for me to keep up with my protein intake. And I knew I was going to properly prepare to prevent that poor performance issue. That being said, I packed my protein powder with, and I've had a protein shake every day since I've been in Bali. And it's the same with all areas of life, guys. There have been multiple episodes of Manders Mindset that I have released since I have been here in Bali, but 1, I did not record any of them in Bali. 2, I did not listen to or edit any of them in Bali. 3, they were all pre-scheduled. So they were just set and they aired when they were normally scheduled to air. It's a completely different time here in Bali than it is in Eastern Standard Time zone. That being said, because I properly prepared, I didn't have to worry about poor performance. I didn't have to worry about inconsistency, etc. It was set and it worked out. Properly preparing will help you in so many areas of life. It will also help you in a lot of ways that people who don't properly prepare, the things they run into. I will also say I met a divine woman since being here in Bali. Shout out to Tiffany. And she said to me, you have to prepare, but you also have to be ready for when the unexpected happens. And you need to be solution-focused and be able to trust yourself. Solution-focused. What does that mean? You need to have your eye and your mindset on the solution or what the potential solutions could be. Because shit is bound to come up, even if you plan and prepare ahead, depending on what it is you are doing. For example, I prepared ahead for a lot of different situations throughout my experience out of the country. I prepared the podcast episodes. I prepared and brought my protein powder. I prepared and brought multiple chargers. However, I even ran into, at one point, I got lost. But you know what? You have the option of being sad, upset, stressed, crying, whining, moaning, whatever it may be, or trusting yourself and knowing that you will come up with a solution. This woman, Tiffany, also said to me, there is a solution to every problem you have in life, you just might not like what the solution is. But there's a solution for it, which is true. I got lost when I was here in Bali multiple different times. One of the times, I walked around for a long time asking different people. There was a language barrier, so that was pretty difficult. But I eventually came across a police station, said Polisi, Polisi, and I was like, that's a police station. Went inside, took them a second to understand what I was saying, but it was much less difficult. I felt more safe because they are an authority figure at the police station, and they would help me. Also thought to myself, there is likely Wi-Fi in the police station. There was. I was unable to access the GPS because of not having Wi-Fi. Again, there is a solution for that. I recently misplaced my debit card while here in Bali, which sucks and did cause some stress in my head and in my mind. But at the same time, even with my properly preparing, shit sometimes happens. So what are the solutions that I can take now? Deactivate the code so that it is not able to be used in case I did lose it and I don't happen to find it. Then I also ran into another issue with recording this episode. I knew I wanted to leave myself the ability to record an episode here in Bali. Maybe whether it was by myself, whether it was with somebody I met, I wanted to leave that open. Well, I am here recording this episode, and I tried recording it on my laptop with my mic, but for some reason, it wouldn't let me download the file. I am not sure why. I tried a lot of different options. It's telling me it's an issue with the internet connection, even though I'm connected to Wi-Fi. That being said, I tried it multiple times. Nothing worked. I tried multiple streaming platforms, from Zoom to StreamYard to Riverside. None of them let me download on my laptop. That being said, here I am now recording this on my phone. Might not be the best audio, and it might not be the solution I necessarily wanted, but there is a solution to the problem. Any issue, there is some solution. But I highly encourage you to do everything in your ability to properly prepare ahead of time, because it will prevent poor performance. So think about that in your own life. In what areas and what times in your life could you have prepared, that could have properly prepared, and it may have prevented poor performance? We've all done it. That's just something for you to think about. Now, I hope you all take this as a sign to do everything you can to prepare ahead, but also to know that even if shit happens, you can and you will figure it out. If you are focused on the solutions, you will find them. If you are focused on the problems, you'll find them too. What are you focusing on? Only you know that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Manders Mindset. I really appreciate you tuning in. And if you enjoyed this episode, if you would leave me a 5-star rating, leave a review, and share this with anybody you think needs to hear it. Who in your life do you think needs to understand the balance between properly preparing, but also being solution-focused if shit goes awry? So, thanks, guys. Until next time.